Hello everyone, welcome to my channel City Yoga. I am Tini. Today I brought you a practice what is a little bit more challenging than the previous ones, what you already used to from me, because this is, not exactly a beginner level. I would say it's between beginner and intermediate level. So it's more suitable for someone who is already familiar with the beginner poses, beginner yoga practice. So it can be a little bit more challenging for them. It's a little bit more intense as well. So I hope you will sweat like I did. And it's really nice to get ourselves together, to focus on things and to practice our balance and great for our back as well. I hope you will enjoy it. Let's get started. So let's start in easy seat. We will start to bow our head down and up. Let's warm up our neck. Turn your palm up on your knees and just bow. We are going to bring closer our ear to our shoulder, to the right side and to the left as well. Then turn your head to the right and to the left. Let's do some head circles to the right side first. And then just let's do it to the left side as well. When you are ready, come back to the center. Inhale, lift up your arms. And exhale, put down your right hand next to your right side, right hip. And bend towards the right. Let's stretch our left side a little bit. Then inhale, come back to the center up, and then let's bend to the left side. Let's stretch our right side. Then inhale back to the center, and we are going to turn our torso to the right. Put down your right hand behind your hip, and your left hand is on your knee. Then with your next inhale, come back up. And your next exhale, turn your torso to the left side. Let's just twist a little bit. Inhale back to the center and interlace your fingers behind your lower back. Start to hinge forward. And then when you are at the point where you can't go further, just let your head hang as well. Let the gravity pull you down. Focus on your breath. And keep this focus on your breath throughout the whole practice. Let's come up to tabletop. First we do some cow and cat. Warm up our spine. Let your breath lead you. Do it in your own pace. How you feel right now. Then come back to the center, tuck your toes and lift up a couple of inches your knees above the mat. Then come back down and let's do some hip circles, first to the right side. And then to the left side as well. Come back to the center and lift up your right arm and left leg. Then bring your knees and elbows together under your belly with your exhale. Then lift them up back with your inhale again and then bring them closer together again. Let's do it on the other side as well. Lift up your arms and leg. Then bring your elbow and knee together. Again. and then come back to the center. Let's just stretch our wrist a little bit, turn your fingers towards your knee, and then lean back a little bit. Be careful, be mindful, just think about your body, how it feels. Let's just turn our palm upside down. The back of your palm is on the mat, and then just stretch our wrist as well there. Then bring out your right leg, straighten it behind you, and then stretch your calf. Repeat it on the left leg as well. Tuck your toes, and then for your exhale, come up to down dog. Let's walk in a little bit. Nice. Then for your next inhale, lift up your left leg, and then with your exhale, put down between your hands, gaze forward. Let's stretch our hip flexor, and then come up to high lunge with the hands in prayer pose, then twist to the left. Just tuck your elbow behind your knee, and then come back to center and step forward to forward fold, then come up to Tadasana. Inhale to chair pose, hold here, and then straighten your legs. Then fold over, forward fold, step back to plank, and do a vinyasa. First Chaturanga Dandasana, then upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. We will repeat it on the other side as well. Right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, down your leg between your feet, between your hands. Then come up to high lunge with prayer hands and twist to the right. Tuck your elbow into your knee and just twist with each exhale a little bit more. Gaze towards the sky. Then come back, put down your hands and step forward to forward fold. Come up to Tadasana. Inhale up again to chair pose. Hold here. Feel your core that it's engaged. Feel your lower back. And then straighten your leg, come up. Fold over to forward fold. Step back to plank. Then Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and down dog. Lift up your left leg, three-legged dog, and put it behind you. Come to wide thing, Kamatkarasana. Open up your chest. Try to stretch your left arm towards the left side. Then come back to three-legged dog and bring forward your left foot. Put down between your hands. Low lunge. Then come up to high lunge with your hands in the sky. Then twist towards the left. Open up your hands to the sides. Feel the twist in your spine. Then with your next inhale, come back to the center and turn to the right side to warrior two. Inhale to peaceful warrior and exhale down to side angle. You can put down your palm next to your feet, and if you are able to, you can bind your hands behind your lower back, your left hand is under your thigh and your right hand is behind your lower back. Then unbind, come to low lunge and step forward to forward fold. Then come up to Tadasana. Inhale again to chair pose, but this time we are going up on our tiptoes. Hold here. Then straighten your legs. You are still on your tiptoes. And bring your hands down to prayer pose. Inhale, lift up your hands and twist towards the right. You are still on your tiptoes, don't forget. This is a really nice balancing asana. Then come back up to the center and bring down your hand to Namaste prayer pose. Inhale, raise your arms up, Hasta Uttanasana with a slight back bend, then fold over, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, then exhale, fold over, step back to plank, and go through your vinyasa, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and down dog. Let's repeat on the other side. Inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog. Then exhale, put behind you your right leg, right foot. Kamatkarasana, open up your chest. Then inhale, come back to three-legged dog. And exhale, low lunge. Stretch your hip flexor. Come up to high lunge. Elongate your spine and twist towards the right. Try to gaze towards your right hand, beyond your right hand. Then inhale, come back to the center, raise up your hands, arms, and then move to warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Let's stretch our right side. Then exhale, side angle. Put down your right palm next to your feet. And if you can, bind your hands behind you. Open up your chest. Keep continue breathing naturally, nicely, fully. And then come to low lunge. Step forward, forward fold. And come up to Tadasana. Inhale again to chair pose. Lift up your heels. Come to your tiptoes. Then straighten your knees. Bring your hands down to prayer pose. Stay on your tiptoes. Balance here. Inhale, raise your arms up, lift your arms up, and then twist to the left with your torso. Gaze beyond your left hand. Then inhale back to the center and bring down your hand to prayer. Inhale, Hasta Uttanasana. Then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa, chaturanga, upward dog, and then down dog. Now slowly walk your feet towards your head to forward fold. Now you will cross your right leg behind your left leg, your right foot next to your left. Stay folded here. Breathe deeply. and then step back, then come up to Tadasana. Inhale, lift up your arms and bring it to prayer pose, Namaskarasana. Then start to hinge forward, warrior 3. Hold it here. Then bring down your leg and lift it up in the front as well with straightened leg and flexed foot. Hold here. Then come back to Tadasana with prayer hands. Inhale, lift up your hands. Then exhale, fold over, forward fold. Then come back to Tadasana, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale your hands to prayer pose. Then shift your weight to the left leg and hinge forward to warrior 3 with your right leg. Up in the air. Then slowly bring it down and lift it up at the front as well with flexed foot. Hold here and then bring it down. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to forward fold. Then cross your left leg behind your right leg. Put your foot next to your right foot. Breathe here deeply. Stay here. Then uncross your legs. Stay forward in forward fold. And come up to Tadasana. Inhale your hands up. Chair pose. And come up again to your tiptoes. At this time, if you can, go for crow pose. Lift up your legs. It's a nice arm balance. I really like this pose. You really need to focus to get this pose. Then bring down your foot and stay in Malasana, yogic squat. Inhale deeply here as well. Then put down your hands and bring your feet in hip wide. Cross your elbows and stay in ragdoll pose for a couple of breaths. Let the gravity pull you down. It's a really nice, relaxing pose. Then bring your feet together and step back to plank. Do your chaturanga, upward facing dog, and then step back to down dog. Lift your left leg up, three-legged dog, and then put down next to your left hand, just on the side of your mat. Put down your knees and let's stay in lizard pose. If you can just move a little bit into it, twist a little bit into it. Or if you like, you can come down on your forearm. Also, if you would really go for a deep stretch, then tuck your toes as well. Inhale deeply. Send your breath into your inner thigh, your hip flexors, and then come back and bring your left leg towards pigeon pose, towards the middle of your mat. You can stay in pigeon pose or you can fold over and you folded pigeon pose. Try to relax your whole body. Make sure that your hips are square to the mat. And then come back upright. If you like, you can grab your right foot with your left hand. Let's stretch our right quad a little bit. Then let it go. Tuck your toes and come back to down dog. Let's repeat it on the other side. Right leg up to the sky. Then bring down the side of your mat next to your right hand. You can just push a little bit towards the side, your knee, to deepen the stretch. Also, you can come down again on your forearm if you feel it's good for you. Whatever you feel is nice right now. Keep your breath as it was throughout your practice. Then come back and bring your right leg parallel to the top of your mat and put down to pigeon pose. Make sure your left kneecap is towards the mat, and if you like, you can fold over. Nice deep inhale and really nice deep exhale. When you feel ready, come back upright and you can grab again. At this time, your left foot with your right hand and stretch your left quad as well. Then let your leg go and come back to down dog. Have a breath here. Then put down your knees and move to seated position. First, we are going to sit in staff pose. So straighten your legs, flex your feet. Inhale your arms up and exhale, hinge forward from your pelvic area. Then try to pull yourself closer. If you can grab your toes or your feet. Then come up to center. And we are going to move to fire log. You will lay down your shin bones parallel to the top of the mat, and then you will lay a bow of your right leg, your right shin bone, the left one. And then if you can, spider finger your hands towards the top of your mat a little bit. This is one of my favorite hip stretch. I really love this. It's a very intense stretch, so send your breath towards your hips. And then come up and slowly uncross your legs. And let your knees fall towards the sides like a windshield wiper. Then come back to center and let's change our legs. Now our left leg is under our right shin bone. And then spider finger a little bit towards the front, forward a little bit, and feel this nice stretch in your hip area. Send your breath there. It will make it a little bit less intense, this asana. Then, when you are ready, slowly come back to the center. Uncross your legs and again, like the viper, let your knees fall towards the sides. Now we are going to move to reclining warrior. Sit on your heels, your knees are hip wide, then you will let your calf come out from under your thighs, so your heels just next to your hips, and you can sit between your heels and recline, lay back. If you like, you can stay on your forearms, open your chest as much as you can, let your head hang so you can open your throat. You can put down your head if you like to, and relax here. Then slowly come back upright and move out from this pose. Sit back on your heels and then fold over to child's pose. Let's have a moment of breath here. Then come back upright and move towards the back. We are going to lay back, straighten your both legs, make sure that your legs are in contact with each other. You straighten your toes, they are not flexed, and you can put your hands under your bum, grab your bum, your back pocket, and come up on your forearm to fish pose. Then slowly come back down, let your head come out under your bum, bring up your knees, and then we are going to move to Pindasana. Bring your knees towards your forehead, you lift up your hip, you support your lower back, and if you like to, you can move to half shoulder stand. Let your head come a little bit lower, let your hip shift your hips weight on your hands and straighten your leg in 45 degrees. Then come back to Pindasana and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, come back on your back. Don't straighten your knees with bent knees. Let your knees fall towards the left side. Your hands are on the sides. Your head is turned to the right side. Relax in this pose. Then when you are ready, bring your knees back to your center and let it fall towards the right side. Your head turns to the left side. And relax here. Feel a nice twist in your spine, in your lower back. Really nice and relaxing. Then bring to the center your knees. Hug them really, really tight. A last deep inhale and exhale to Shavasana. Stay here as long as you like. Thank you very much for practicing with me. Namaste.